Hi, welcome back. My name is Michelle and you're watching Michelle S. Life. Today I wanted to do my top 15 books of 2015. These books will not be in any order. I just couldn't do that. They're all 5-star reads, but I do have a number one, but I couldn't rank the other ones because I would have just taken forever and I would have questioned myself, and they're just all really great reads. I do have some of the books physically and other ones I will insert images in between the clips, and I hope that's okay. So let's just get started. The first one I want to talk about is Heir of Fire, which is the third book in the Throne of Glass series. If you don't know what this is about, I'll tell you about the first book, and it's about a girl who is a slave in the salt mines, and she is taken out of the salt mines by a prince to compete to become the king's assassin. So she has to go through some trials. The trials are really crappy, so don't judge the book on that. Just keep going, because the second book gets better, and then the third book is phenomenal. And the fourth book's pretty good too, but still my favorite in the series is this one. It is a high fantasy YA series, so if you don't know. Another book that I really enjoyed, and I think I might have a review for this book, I'm not sure, I don't remember, and it is Every Day by David Levithan. It is about a character named A who inhabits a different body every day. So there are bodies that already exist. A just enters them for one 24-hour period and then jumps into another body the next day. This book is great for diversity because A enters a diverse amount of characters. One day A is an immigrant female teenager who doesn't go to school and cleans houses. Another day A is a drug addict. Another day A is obese. Another day A is a foxy young black woman. So one thing that's consistent about A is the age. A always stays the same, in the same age range. So that's pretty interesting. Anyway, really great book. Another great book that I really enjoyed this year, as well as all the other ones that I gave 5 stars to, was The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. This one has been going around like a virus on BookTube, and it has justification for that. It is a well-written, beautifully constructed series that keeps you guessing all along, keeps the suspense going, yet it is based somewhat in the current world, and that's really cool. Like, they mention Walmart and paper receipts and stuff like that, so that's really interesting. And I did a buddy read with this with my friend Jody, and we had a lot of fun. We read all 3 books, and we plan to reread them this upcoming year, 2016, before the 4th book comes out, and I cannot wait. If you don't know what this series is about, it's about a girl named Blue who teams up with 4 boys who attend a private school who are on a quest for these ley lines. Blue is a daughter of psychics. I don't know. If you're looking for strong friendships and great camaraderie between boy characters, and I don't know, all the friendships in this book are amazing. One of the books that I started off the year with was this hefty one, Afterworlds by Scott Westerfeld. I know it doesn't have really good ratings on Goodreads, and I don't know if this book is for everyone, but I really enjoyed it. It is written from 2 different perspectives. Darcy, who's a YA writer, and then I think the other character's name is Lizzie, and she is the protagonist of Darcy's story. You see Darcy getting published and living in New York and all of that, and you get to experience what she's experiencing, and then you also get to see her story play out that she's written and published. So I thought this was really good. It was really creepy and just really enjoyable. The next book I want to talk about is Girl of Fire and Thorns trilogy. I actually haven't finished it yet, but the first 2 books are amazing, so I do have them here. And I don't know what number book I'm on yet, but we'll just keep going. I'll put the number somewhere on the screen. This series is wonderful. I think I enjoyed the second book more, but it was also great because it offered a diverse character, because she is a Spanish princess who has an eating disorder, and there's elements of religion in it, but it's not like harped on. So overall, just really good if you're looking for a political monarch read. It's really good, and I don't know, it was just really enjoyable. She talked about the different food, and just the world building is also really strong in the series, so I can't recommend this one enough. It's really good. Another one I surprisingly loved was Everything by Nicole Yoon. This is her debut novel, and she's just a lovely author. I'm sorry if I keep looking up. The screen is up there. Anyway, it is a contemporary, so that's why I didn't expect to like it so much, but look at this cover. Oh, it's so gorgeous. The main character in this book, I don't remember what her name is, but she's allergic to everything in the outside world, so she is confined to her home, and a lot of the book is told through different things like email or notes or charts and stuff, so that was a lot of fun, and I just really enjoyed it. Another great different read was The Walled City by Ryan Grodin. I just love this cover too. I don't know why. I think it's beautiful. It takes place in China, in the Walled City, which is based on Kowloon City, which was in Hong Kong. I don't know in what year, but it's based loosely on that. And there's a picture actually. It's based on, there's the author, can you see it? The author with what the city looked like, the actual city in Hong Kong, not the city that's in the book. But anyway, it's about a girl whose sister gets sold off into a prostitution house in the Walled City, and her younger sister, goes to find her and cuts her hair off and dresses as a boy so that it's safer for her due to things that happen to young females in dark cities like this. And she meets a boy, and the boy has his own prerogatives, and it's just really interesting because they don't fall in love, which is nice, and it's just really good. It is dark. There's mention of drugs and gangs and prostitution and rape and sexual assault, so the themes in this aren't too graphic or illicit, so I could handle it. And they are YA, but it was pretty dark at times. Another book I really loved, I borrowed from the library, so I'll insert an image here. It is The Lies We Tell Ourselves by Robin Talley. It is a historical fiction about 10 black students who integrated into a white school in their community. Just the struggles that they had to go through, and there's also LGBTQ themes in this book, so that was really, really interesting to read and really hard at times to read. I have a whole review for this book down below if you want to check it out. I'm actually kind of proud of the review a little bit. The editing needs a little bit of work, but I'm getting there. If you're looking for historical fiction about the time period of integration in the South, then I definitely read that one. Actually, it took place in Virginia, but anyway, it was really good. Another one I really enjoyed was Fangirl, which I'm also surprised because I didn't really enjoy Eleanor Park, but I listened to the audiobook for Fangirl recently by Rainbow Rowell, and it was phenomenal. The voice actor and actress did an amazing job at making the book just phenomenal. So most of you know what that book is about, so I'm probably not going to talk too much about it, but it was a 5-star read for me. Another 5-star read this year was The Layer of Dreams by Libba Bray. I also liked The Diviners, but I kind of liked The Layer of Dreams a little bit more because it wasn't as creepy, and I just liked seeing the characters develop more. So if you don't know what the Diviners series is about, it's a historical fiction with paranormal elements that takes place in the 1920s, and really that's all I want to tell you about. There's people with several gifts called diviners, and there's creepy elements and stuff. It's good. Read it. Another book I really enjoyed that I listened to on audiobook is If I Stay by Gail Forman. Again, I didn't expect to like it as much as I did, but I was weeping like a baby. You probably know what this one is about because there's a movie. I'm not judging my audience at all, but I did also watch the movie, and I read the book mostly because I wanted to watch the movie, and it was really well written, and I think this book had one of my favorite families of the year in it. So the parents were amazing. So if you haven't checked it out yet and you're questioning like, well, I don't normally like contemporary, you should check it out. It's real good. Another great LGBTQ plus book that I read this year was Dante and Aristotle Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alir Sayens. It's about 2 Mexican-American boys growing up in, I think it was Texas, in the 80s, and just them going through daily life and getting to know each other and becoming friends, and what it meant to be a Mexican-American at that time, and their families were also my favorite families of YA books that I read this year. Just phenomenal. I mean, it deserves all the accreditations that it has and awards. Just go read that book. 5 stars over and over again, 5 stars. Another book I really enjoyed was Queen of the Tearling by Erica Johansson. I actually didn't like the second one as much because it got a little too intense for me, but it was really well written. It was definitely like a high fantasy series, but the writing was beautiful and fast-paced and very understandable, very political. The main character was relatable, but wasn't the stereotypical female character that you find in a lot of fantasy novels, and it was just really good. The last one is The Body Electric. This is my #1 read of the year. It was very hard to choose, but this was just so different compared to anything I've read this year. It was a sci-fi and a futuristic world, and that sounds basic, like you've read that before, but just so good. This author, Beth Revis, I think this was self-published. I don't know, I had a really hard time finding it anywhere other than Amazon. Her mother created this invention where people can relive their fondest memories just to kind of like get happy again and remember them more clearly. And the girl is able to enter into people's memories and see them for herself. And just stuff happens from there, and it's really good. I didn't see the twist coming, or any of the twists, in fact, and it just kept me on my toes, and I think I read it in like 1 or 2 days. So this is my #1 of the year. That's it for this video. My battery's about to die, so I have to go. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to read in 2016 and see what I have for my 16 of 16 for next year. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys later. Bye! I'm having a really hard time describing these books, and I'm so sorry, but I hope that was 15. I think that was 15. I guess we'll see when I edit. Oh, actually no, I was wrong. I got one more.